Y'all, I'm so happy to see Miss Nicki Minaj. I'm so happy to see her. And I'm upset that they gave us her in the last 3 minutes of the episode because we wasted all that time on bullshit when we could have been getting in it with Nicki. Cause Nicki gonna come with the questions, okay? She's coming with the questions. Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is another review for The Real Housewives of Potomac. It's season 6. Yep, season 6. Season 6 reunion part 2. No, 3. Whew, it's so many. It's so many. I think this is it on the last one. We gonna go out with a bang with Nicki. Anyway, we picking up on the tummy tuck not keeping Jamal comment. And Giselle says, I didn't get a tummy tuck for a man. I got it because I had twins. Okay, well, so did I. I got my titties done because I fed 3 kids. And then me over there, did you get your butt done because you fed 3 kids? And did? Sure did. Girl, shut up. Anyway, Andy asked Robin, Andy asked how Robin got in the line of fire, when Wendy went off. And Robin, she's explaining that I didn't know what rumor it was. I didn't know what Ashley, had said to her. I didn't know what was going. It's always, I didn't know. That's not what I meant. This is Robin all the time. I didn't know what was, that wasn't my intention. I didn't mean for it that way. I didn't know. Girl, you said what you said and you meant what you said. You knew the rumor and you're lying. So please. Anyway, she just gonna stand on not knowing and Wendy ain't buying it. So we flip to Giselle now, and why she felt like it was okay to bring the rumor up anyway from the blog that, isn't even credible. And also, why would you talk to Ashley and everybody else but Wendy about, what was going on since you're so concerned? And Giselle says that they weren't talking at the time. And then she says that they did talk. And Wendy pulls out phone records like, oh, we talked. Girl, we ain't talked. She pull out her phone records. And Wendy called her, but the conversation didn't last no more than 60 seconds, no more than a minute. And so they talk, but they ain't talk about nothing really. And so Giselle is lying. Andy tries to discredit her receipts, but talking about, I don't think this really matters. He was getting on my nerves because when anybody else does this or across the Housewives franchises, they do this. Somebody gonna lie at the reunion, so you have to come with your receipts. And so what you not gonna do, Andy, is discredit hers because you want to protect Giselle and whatever alliance, whatever situation y'all got going on, because he will never hold her feet to the fire. It's like almost never. And with this situation, he wants to make it seem like Wendy's receipts didn't land, but they did. It proves that they ain't talk about nothing. You didn't call me. You're lying. You absolutely intended to bring that rumor to this platform to be malicious, to be nasty, to be petty. That's why you did it. It ain't out of no concern. None of that. All of that is a lie. But, Andy gonna take sides blatantly. But say he don't take sides. Child, whatever. Robin's package. Okay, a viewer commends her for sharing her pandemic funk with the world, but they also noticed that she didn't really want to give it the depression label. Robin admits that she was, absolutely dealing with seasonal depression. And, Juan wasn't as supportive as he was demanding, so they ask about that. How you feel about that? And she just says, well, Juan says he felt bad afterwards. Did he, girl? She says that Juan felt bad afterwards, and he felt bad for not giving her a tender love as opposed to the tough love that he was giving. Okay, so are the hats selling? The hats are selling. She said the hats are doing well. The hats put down a down payment on the home. The hats paid off this tax debt. The hats are doing well. They're all moved into the house. Andy asks, and everybody's like, oh, the house is nice. And Candace is over here on the side, really being a groupie. Oh, it's nice. And Robin kind of like suns her like, girl, how you know? I ain't invited you to my house. See, Candace, they don't care about you. So just stop. Okay? Fall all the way back. When Robin and Giselle when it's time for them, you wouldn't hear a peep out of me. Not in no defense, especially. But Candace, she want to be their friend so bad. I want her and Mia. Please pipe down and stop being groupies. Please. You ain't seen that lady's house, but you really going up for it. You ain't seen it. Oh, I saw it on Instagram. Anyway. They had to doing okay. They had to doing well. Andy asked when she thinks she'll be getting married, or does she think she'll be getting married next year? And then he asked the group, who all thinks that Robin is going to get married? And it's crickets. Giselle even sits there for a minute and I guess realizes nobody else is going to raise her hand, so she raises her hand. And Candace is just like, well, I want her to. But I want to see that she's excited about wedding planning, before Candace get her hopes up. And then, we know Michael think it won't happen, so we asking Ashley about that. And Ashley says that Michael thinks that Robin and Juan have been together so long that this is just their dynamic. Like, what's the piece of paper for? Why do all of that? The dynamic won't change anyway. Giselle says, now, Michael want to marry Juan. That's what that's about. He want to take Juan away. And we just laughed that off, including Ashley just laughs it off. And it's like, that's not funny. That is not funny that your husband is so enamored with another man. More enamored with him than he is with you, his wife. Yeah, that's not funny, Ashley. And she just be laughing. Okay, how are you guys doing after this argument, that y'all had, at the closing of the season? And she says, oh, he came back. And then here go Candace. Oh, he drove back. We ain't see it. So if we ain't see it, it ain't happen. Karen and Wendy over there looking like, yeah, okay, girl. She says that although he was upset, that she's still going to continue reminding him what she expects out of him. And Andy asks if a baby is still on the to-do list. Candace is like, is he shooting up the club? And Robin says yes. And then Candace is like, oh, you need to make sure you do the right positions. And then Giselle, again, another moment where she's getting sun. Girl, you ain't got 9 kids. Do what position? Telling my friend what to do. You ain't got no kids. Anyway, they take a little 10-minute break. Andy goes back to meet Nicki Minaj in her dressing room, and he asks her, if there's anybody she, automatically wants to question. And if she got Ashley and Candace in her sights. She's like, the people tell her that Candace might get a little offended if she talk about that auto-tune, if she talk about that music. But I don't think that she should be offended. Anyway, Andy tells her that she can very well take sides if she wants to. It's all fair game. Do your thing. When they return with the men, Gordon, Ray, and Chris join the stage. We already know Juan ain't coming. We already know Michael ain't coming. And so Chris also has his drink on stage. He say, production tried to play me. I'm just finna live in my truth. He got his drink right there on stage. Ashley, when we ask where Michael is, oh, Michael's sick again, huh? He's always sick. Yeah, he just seems to always get sick around this time. Yeah, girl, we know. We know. While they're, settling in, getting ready to start, Candace gets a call from Dorothy. Andy is like, let me see that phone. So Andy get on the phone and ask Dorothy a few questions. So what was up with you at this video shoot, ma'am? All these questions. She says she was just being chatty. Andy asked her if she apologized to Chris, and she says no, she hasn't, but she will. And he asked if she thinks that she owes him an apology, and she's like, I guess, yes. Chris is over there like, just hang up, Andy. Just hang up. Okay, they talk to Gordon, about his behavior and everything, and his experience on the show. And he says that he enjoyed it thoroughly. He said he was going to have a good time and enjoy it. A viewer wants to know why Ashley was so upset with Gordon's behavior, but she don't ever be checking her husband. And then Ashley's like, well, let's stop there. Let's start there. My husband has never overtly offended anyone overtly basically she's saying her husband ain't been sexual or overtly sexual with anybody on the cast. And everybody looking like, girl, what? What show you been watching? Please. Andy is like, girl, your husband said he would suck Juan's dick. That's pretty sexual. Talking about he ain't did nothing. Girl, you lying. Her response is, did Juan have a problem with it? She's just a goon, as James Caldwell was saying. She's such a fucking goon. Anyway, Gordon apologizes to Ashley for offending her. He's sorry, and Ashley, she's kind of taken aback because there was no excuses being made, none of that. He just held himself accountable, apologized, and that was that. Robin, she's asked the question about Juan and him not showing up for her. Do you get tired of making excuses for him? And she says that he's a coach. He has to be present for work. That's just what it is. Chris in the back co-signing like, yep. Wendy calls bullshit. And Wendy's like, my husband ain't no entrepreneur. He worked for some people, but he get time off. And she's like, girl, he's a lawyer. Like, he's a whole college basketball coach. No, he ain't getting no time off. That's just not the job he has. So Wendy really got to pipe down with that one. Chris, he's asked a question about Dorothy. And first he says, I want to say I love my mother-in-law. He has to start there. He just doesn't understand why he ain't good enough. When it comes to him, his manager role, he explains that. He says, I'm a glorified secretary. I answer emails, a couple of phone calls. Like, I'm not managing her career at all. I got my own career. Chris, did you try to get up with Mia back in the day? Because this was one of Mia's tweets. Mia, when she was throwing out tweets, she threw out there that Chris had tried to get with her, had tossed her salad or something like that. And Mia said that it was a jab, but it was in fact a lie. And everybody's like, no, girl, that was a lie. And Candace, because Candace called her handsome. Y'all, I was cracking up. I was saying... Because those are the things that Candace says, and then the people be really upset about it. But it's like, you think you getting this angry over that? That's laughable. She called you handsome. Candace be having some good comebacks, okay? She be having some good comebacks. Anyway, she called her handsome, and that's why Mia said what she said. But of course, Candace said, well, you said this. And now we're going back and forth about what was said and why we said what we said. It's all too much. Candace is like, you're married, but so why is that your go-to? Why is that the go-to when you are a married woman? Winnie chimes in, and because she too was the brunt of a little dig from Mia as it relates to her husband. Mia took note that Eddie didn't, look her in her eyes. And Wendy's like, what you want my husband to be looking you in your eye for anyway? You married. Like, I'm married to him. The only eyes I need to be looking into is his. Not nobody else's. Not Chris. Not Michael. Not Juan. Not nobody. Eddie. So I don't even know why you was going there with that. She's like going in, and Candace is over there like, girl, don't give her no more. Don't give it no more. We can move on. Pipe down, okay? You can six. You can sit down. You can sit down. Andy moves on, and Andy asks, Eddie how he feels about those rumors that were mentioned on camera. Does he feel like they were mentioned maliciously? And he says he doesn't think it was brought up out of concern for he and his children, that's for sure. And then, of course, Andy asks Giselle if she has a rebuttal. Giselle says she does not. She says that we have been over this already. I don't owe him no apology. I'm not talking about it no more. Okay. Karen's package. Giselle, says her comment about Karen sliding in the DMs, at the very end of the little package, saying that Karen and Ray are friends, and that explains why she be sliding in folks' DMs. It was supposed to be a joke. Karen is working hard in her new ambassador role. They now have Wi-Fi in Surrey County, so we are happy about that. I love to see it. Everybody needs technology advancements. Every city, every I can't say that word. Every rural area. It's hard. Rural. I can't do it, y'all. My mouth said nope. Anyway, she's asked about the candles and why Ray, thought to bring it up in that moment when she was getting her ambassadorship. And she just says that Ray is supportive, he's her soldier, he's her biggest cheerleader. Chris interjects and says, I just find it funny. I just want to know why when it's me and when I'm being the supportive husband, I'm riding coattails. That I just want to know. And Giselle says, well, the only thing, the missing component is Ray was holding it down. He was the breadwinner for 20 years. That's the missing component. And Chris says that y'all keep painting this narrative that that I'm living off my mother-in-law and Candace, and that's just not true. Before Candace, I had my own, and I was paying rent at her house and mine. Paying bills over there and at my house. So yeah, I got it. Don't make it seem like I ain't got it. And I've heard that about Chris, that he is also from a well-to-do family. And so he's a trust fund baby as well. Y'all not about to play Chris like he ain't got no money. Y'all not about to do it. He ain't some bum living off his mother-in-law and his wife, and y'all need to cut that shit. Andy says, okay, back to Siri, which was very dismissive. I know he had took over, but don't dismiss me, Andy. Don't do that. He can be very dismissive. I don't know. I don't like that. Anyway, Karen, did you have the vow renewal to, dig at Robin? She says, absolutely not. Her vow renewal had nothing to do with Robin. Juan and Michael don't wear their wedding rings, so what's that about? Okay, Robin says that, well, when they got married, Juan was still in the NBA, so of course he wasn't wearing no ring. As for Michael, Ashley says, oh, he got ailments. He got ailments. I forgot what she called it, but he got ailments in his hands. He can't wear no rings. Okay. Anyway, a viewer sees that Michael is the aggressor when it comes to Chris and Michael's beef, and it's not really Chris, and it's not fair that Chris gets blamed. And then Ashley says, well, he really don't even have no beef with Chris. His beef is with Candace, but because he's a man, he just deals with Chris, out of respect. I mean, okay, we can respect that, because he shouldn't address Candace in any way. He really shouldn't. So I guess it is what it is. I guess this is why Chris is tired. He's tired of fighting his wife's battles. Then we say, goodbye to the men. It's been real cool. Thank you very much. Nicki, she takes her place, on the set. We're going to take another break, and, come back. And when they all are coming back, Nicki, has already taken her place on the stage. And, Andy, says, you know what? This might be different, but I want some tequila. Can somebody bring me some tequila? And then out comes Nicki Minaj. I'm here, bitches. And everybody gets up and, they're all happy. And I'm like, oh, Lord. First, I was like, what this going to be like? Because are y'all finna be sitting up here standing down? Or what is this going to get? But no, they didn't. They didn't. Andy fills them in. Or listen, I'm leaving it with her. She can ask y'all what she want to ask y'all. Be respectful. Treat her like you would treat me. She's in charge of the girls, for the rest of the evening. Her first question is for Ashley. Did you leave your babies and lug your breast milk down, to the thing to stir the pot for Giselle? Did you do that, Ashley? To be continued. Nicki is finna get all the answers, okay? She got questions for Candace. Candace, I heard you used a lot of auto-tune. Can you sing a cappella for us right now, child? We're gonna have to hit a little bit a cappella. And she's looking like, I'm not about to sing. And Giselle, she asked you to sing the song. First of all, you can't try to catch Candace in a you can't sing in real life. That girl been singing since she got on this show. She ain't stopped. And she, so much so, it was on my nerves. So we know that she can hold a tune, that she can sing. She gives a little bit of Toni Braxton with her tone. Candace sings. She was just on her Instagram singing down, actually. So we're not about to play Candace like she does not have a voice, like she is not the singer in the group. Because as far as I'm concerned, Ashley ain't it. Giselle ain't it. Robin ain't singing. Mia's not singing. Karen ain't singing. Wendy's not singing. But Candace, she can sing. But hopefully she don't chicken out. We didn't see it, but hopefully she don't. It's like, girl, you're always singing on this show, so let's not get shy now. I'm sure she was thrown off by the question, just to on the spot sing your song. But it's like, girl, you got it. Mia over there in the back. You're an artist, right? Mia, please shut up. Please, cause Nicki's coming for you too. I'm sure of it. I hope she gets them all. More so Giselle. Please hold her feet to the fire. Robin as well. Get them, Nicki. Get them, okay? I hope it's just not a whole bunch of smoke for Candace and a whole bunch of smoke for Ashley. I mean, I don't care what she gives Ashley, but let's not make it the Ashley and Candace, series finale. Because this is the last episode and I don't want to waste it on Ashley and Candace. Okay, guys. That's it. We will be back, of course, for the last one, and then we will be done with Potomac. Whew, thank you, Lord. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.